Chosen one, something sacred is shifting in the atmosphere around you. As the calendar turns to August, it may look like just another month to the world, but not to you. Because you are not like everyone else. You are marked, aligned and guided. And August is not just a bridge between seasons, it's a divine passage. A realm where heaven whispers louder, timing becomes precise, and surprises arrive cloaked in the ordinary. If you felt something stirring, an inner pressure, a spiritual nudge, an unexplainable expectation, it's not your imagination. It's heaven signaling you. Stay alert. This is your month of divine surprises. Not all blessings arrive with fireworks. Some arrive through whispers. Some through delays that turn into breakthroughs. Others through a door you thought was permanently closed. And August has been spiritually appointed as a month where the divine begins to unfold rapidly, quietly, but powerfully. That's why you must stay spiritually awake. The surprises of August are only for those who remain aligned, patient, and present. This is not the time to sleep on your intuition or silence your discernment. Every conversation, every opportunity, every delayed moment could be wrapped in a divine setup. You won't always recognize it immediately, but the chosen will feel it in their spirit. A confirmation, a peace, a strange calm in the middle of what should be chaos. That's the signature of divine activity. If you are sensing that strange stillness in your storm, don't dismiss it. August has a way of disguising miracles as inconveniences. Pay attention, stay ready. You must align your heart, clear your mind, and open your spirit. What's coming is too big for old mindsets. What's coming requires space. God is about to pour out something powerful, and He needs a vessel that's ready to receive. Before we dive deeper into this word, I need you to do 3 things. First, like this video, not just to support the channel, but as a bold act of agreement with this prophetic message. Second, subscribe and help us reach 1,000 chosen ones walking in purpose. Then go to the comments and write 99 or 777. These numbers are more than symbols. They are prophetic signals to heaven. 99 represents fulfillment and divine urgency. 77 represents spiritual completion and divine perfection. When you type them, you're not just commenting, you're declaring in faith that you're ready. Third, write your deepest desire, your most heartfelt prayer in the comments. Don't just type it, release it with faith. Because whatever you write in faith becomes sealed in the heavens. This is your divine declaration. Lean in closer. There are some days in this month that are not just marked on the calendar, they are spiritually loaded. On August 6th, the energy of divine transformation peaks. In the spirit, it echoes the transfiguration, the revealing of true glory behind the ordinary face. Many of you will notice that around this date, something clicks. You might receive a vision, a download, a message, or a clarity you've been craving. Don't rush past that moment. Pause. Listen. Because the disguise will be lifted on something that has long confused you. Mid-month, around August 15th, the heavens open in a different way. This is a time of elevation, a time when what has been hidden in your heart rises up in power. This isn't about ego, it's about divine purpose revealing itself. Some of you will experience release from burdens, relationships, or inner vows you didn't know were holding you back. Others will experience downloads, visions, ideas, confirmations that what you've carried in the dark will now have light and voice. August is not asking you to be louder, it's asking you to be more in tune, more in flow, more obedient to what you're being shown. You've been prepared for this. Your wilderness wasn't random, your silence wasn't wasted, even your losses were alignment. That heartbreak, that financial fall, that season of not being seen, it didn't disqualify you, it qualified you. Because you didn't break. You bent, but you didn't shatter. And now the heavens are whispering, "Watch what I do with your surrender." The surprises coming your way are not rewards, they are assignments. They are sacred invitations to rise to who you really are. So if you feel isolated this month, don't panic. If people fall away without explanation, don't chase. If old emotions resurface, don't judge yourself. All of it is part of the clearing. August is sacred space. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. You are being fine-tuned to see what the distracted can't. And because of that, your rewards won't look like everyone else's. They'll look small at first, like a quiet message, a passing conversation, an unexpected favor. But spiritually, they will be explosive. This is why your posture matters, not your physical posture, but your spiritual one. Are you positioned to receive? Are you expecting movement? Or have you numbed yourself to the idea that good things still come suddenly? You can't afford to go on autopilot this month. Every moment is alive. Stay sensitive, stay humble, stay ready. Because the divine surprises of August are already scheduled. They're not waiting on time. They're waiting on your awareness. You were never meant to walk blindly through this season, that heaviness you felt in your chest. It's not fear, it's divine pressure, God's way of stretching your capacity for what's coming. And here's what's coming: clarity, correction, restoration, and the kind of alignment that catapults you forward. But you must be spiritually awake to receive it. You must be alert enough to say, "That's for me," when something unexpected lands in your path. Let the signs speak. Let the confirmations find you. Let August be the month where you stop asking, "Why me?" and start declaring, "Of course me," because you are chosen for this. And chosen ones don't just wait for blessings, they recognize them, even when they arrive in strange packaging. Chosen one, let's go deeper, because you weren't sent to this message by accident. You were guided here by something greater. There's a divine thread weaving your present into your purpose, even when the path feels uncertain. August is not about random events falling into place. It's about alignment. It's about orchestrated divine motion where everything you've endured begins to serve a higher purpose. But only those with spiritual eyes will see it. Only those with a prepared heart will feel it. That's why your sensitivity matters now more than ever. Many of you are standing on the edge of something that doesn't yet have a name. A shift is happening, but you can't explain it to others because it's not logic. It's revelation, and revelation often arrives without a full explanation. It whispers, it nudges, it makes you restless. Not because you're broken, but because you're outgrowing a space that no longer fits the version of you God is calling forth. This tension, it's proof that your future is knocking, and August will not let you ignore it. Don't be surprised if things start falling away without your permission. Plans may unravel, people may shift, routines may no longer satisfy you. That is the divine disruption beginning its work. Because divine surprises don't just show up as gifts, they often arrive as closures. God will end what you would never walk away from, and though it may feel like loss, it's actually liberation. Trust the unraveling, trust the silence, trust the holy discomfort. It's how your breakthrough begins its entrance. In August, some chosen ones will receive restoration. What was delayed will now be delivered. For others, clarity will come like lightning. Questions you've wrestled with for months will suddenly resolve themselves. The fog will lift. The emotional weight will lessen. Conversations will confirm what your spirit already knew. But all of this depends on your inner stillness. If you're too distracted, you'll miss the sacred signs. The divine doesn't always shout. It often arrives like a breeze. Soft, gentle, sure. So slow down, pay attention, and watch what happens when your spirit becomes your compass. Do not underestimate the power of your presence in this month. You're not just watching life happen, you're a co-creator with heaven. That's why August is drawing you inward, so that what comes out of you next carries divine direction. Some of you are being prepared to speak, to lead, to step into unfamiliar roles that require boldness. Others are being led to withdraw, to gather wisdom, to reset. There is no one formula, but there is one requirement: obedience. You don't need all the details, just take the next step. The rest will unfold on the way. August will show you what's real, who's real, what intentions are pure, who is spiritually aligned with your next season. This will not require confrontation, only observation. The masks will fall, the truth will rise. Don't fight it. Don't try to save what God is gently removing. When a surprise comes in the form of a separation, receive it as protection. When something feels too easy after a long struggle, don't question it, receive it. This month is not about balance, it's about alignment, and that sometimes feels unbalanced to the untrained heart. You're not late, you're not behind, you're right on divine time. The waiting didn't delay the promise, it strengthened your soul, and now you are ready to handle what once would have broken you. That's why August carries weight. You are now spiritually mature enough to see what others miss. That's not arrogance, it's responsibility. You are the lighthouse in your lineage, the one who breaks cycles, the one who sees ahead. And so the surprises that come to you are not distractions. They are signs. Pay attention to the patterns, the timing, the symbols, the words people use without realizing they're confirming your spirit. Sometimes a divine surprise isn't what you gain, but what you finally release. August might bring you peace, not because your circumstances change, but because your mindset does. You'll stop forcing what no longer fits. You'll stop explaining your calling to people committed to misunderstanding you. You'll stop doubting what you know in your soul to be true. And that shift, that inner permission, that is a miracle in motion. You'll feel lighter, clearer. You'll realize that you've been carrying too much of what wasn't yours to hold, and once you put it down, everything changes. Watch for sudden inspiration, for divine ideas, for random moments of motivation that come out of nowhere. These are not coincidences, they're instructions. God is speaking to you through your own desire. What pulls you right now is pulling you for a reason. Follow it. Don't overthink it. Trust that where your spirit feels peace, there's purpose waiting. You don't need to explain your path, you just need to walk it. August is not for the distracted. It's not for the spiritually asleep. It's for those who are listening, watching, expecting. If that's you, if you've read this far, then consider this confirmation. Something sacred is unfolding for you. It won't be loud, but it will be undeniable. Chosen one, August is a prophetic month, thin with the veil between the seen and the unseen. That's why everything feels heightened. Emotions, instincts, spiritual awareness. Don't ignore this sensitivity. It's not weakness. It's divine tuning. God is sharpening your perception so you can recognize what others miss. In this season, you will not be led by appearances. You'll be led by what is hidden beneath the surface. The truth in people's silence. The meaning behind delays. The revelation inside your restlessness. This month is alive with signals, and if you pay attention, heaven will speak through everything. It's easy to overlook the divine when it's wrapped in disruption. But in August, the chosen are being trained to see God in the shift. Some of you will lose things you prayed to keep. But understand this: unanswered prayers are often divine protection. When something is removed this month, it's because something greater is approaching. And it needs space. The detour is not denial. The rejection is not punishment. It's recalibration, realignment, repositioning. What you thought was your destination may have only been your training ground. Expect emotional clarity. August carries a clearing wind for those who have been confused, foggy, unsure. This is the moment clarity will come, and it won't come because you analyze harder, but because you surrender deeper. When you finally stop forcing, you allow flow. That is when surprises find you, in the peace after the release. You may feel it suddenly. A release from pressure, a freedom from confusion, a knowing that you no longer need answers to feel at peace. That's the beginning of your spiritual upgrade. That's the evidence that August is working for you. Some divine surprises don't come in the form of external gifts. They arrive as inner evolution. In August, many of you will realize you are no longer triggered by what used to shake you. What used to control your thoughts, keep you up at night, steal your confidence, suddenly it won't have power over you anymore. And this is not a coincidence. It's the result of all the healing you did in the dark, the tears you cried without applause, the nights you kept believing when you had no visible reason. Heaven has taken notice of your endurance. And now, August delivers evidence of your growth. Don't be shocked if people begin to treat you differently. Your energy is shifting. You are no longer fitting into the box they once placed you in. When your spirit upgrades, your frequency rises, and it either attracts those aligned or repels those assigned to the old version of you. Let it happen. You're not meant to maintain relationships that were rooted in your brokenness. August is calling you into authenticity, into alignment, into freedom. And freedom always offends the people who benefited from your silence. There will be moments this month where you're tempted to go back to an old habit, an old relationship, an old mindset. But hear this clearly. What's behind you cannot support who you're becoming. Going back may be familiar, but it's also fatal to your future. Stay forward. Stay anchored in who you're becoming, not who you were. When the pull of the past gets strong, it's because your future is near. Every time you resist regression, you step deeper into revelation. August is also a month of creative downloads. New ideas, sudden solutions, and divine instruction will come to those who are open, and they won't always make sense. You might feel led to write, to build, to call someone, to start something with no visible outcome. Don't dismiss it. Obedience doesn't always require understanding. Many of you will look back in December and realize that the seed was given in August. What you plant now in faith will flourish later in favor. Pay attention to your dreams. This month is symbolic. God will use symbols, numbers, locations, even random conversations to confirm what He's been showing you. Stay spiritually awake. Keep a journal. Write down what seems strange, because later it will become clear. You are receiving divine strategy, and some of it will come when your mind is at rest and your spirit is most open. Dreams will carry messages, thoughts will carry visions. Even silence will carry clarity. The surprises in August may not all feel good at first. Some will be uncomfortable, even painful. But look deeper. Some of your greatest awakenings will come through disappointment. A door closes and you're devastated, until you see the better one you never expected swing wide open. A person leaves and you grieve, until you realize their presence was blocking your next level. Don't curse what leaves. Don't cling to what's being removed. Trust the divine order, trust the mystery. It's all part of a holy design. You are in a spiritual crescendo. Each day in August will carry deeper meaning if you allow it. Don't waste this month in distraction or delay. Set your intentions. Stay in prayer. Protect your peace. This is not a time to scatter your energy. It's a time to gather your strength. What is forming in the invisible will soon reveal itself in the visible. And when it does, it will happen quickly. So prepare now. Be ready. Stay alert. The divine doesn't wait for your convenience. It waits for your alignment. What you're sensing is not random. The pull, the ache, the expectation. It's real. It's spiritual, and it's connected to everything that's unfolding in August. You're not just being prepared for a new blessing, you're being positioned for a new identity. The version of you that's emerging in this season is stronger, wiser, and more surrendered. The divine surprises of this month aren't just about what's coming to you, they're about what's waking up within you. Chosen one, August is not a coincidence. It is a spiritual code, a chapter in time encoded with prophecy, mystery, and divine power. You may not fully see it in your environment yet, but in the realm of the spirit, things are rapidly shifting. You are being tuned, sensitized, and spiritually recalibrated to see what others overlook. What you are feeling is not emotional instability. It's the whisper of alignment. Your soul is recognizing what your eyes have not yet seen. That stirring inside you, it's not anxiety, it's activation. Your inner world is catching up to your divine timeline. Everything about August has been orchestrated to awaken something deep in you, a version of you that can no longer live in hiding, a calling that can no longer be delayed, a strength that must now be demonstrated. This month isn't just about what's coming, it's about what's breaking free. You, your clarity, your direction, your inner fire. Divine surprises have a way of stirring up your foundation so that what was buried can finally breathe. August breaks the rules, it disrupts logical flow. It bends the expectations of time and reason because heaven does not function according to earthly predictability. This is why what took others years may suddenly take you days. It's not because you're favored more, it's because you've been prepared deeper. You've endured the silence, the pruning, the invisibility. You've healed in the dark, battled your doubt, and surrendered when no one saw it. Now heaven responds, now acceleration begins, and with it, divine surprises. These surprises will arrive in many forms. Some loud, like a sudden breakthrough, others soft, like a deep sense of peace that settles in your bones. A conversation you didn't expect, a connection you didn't chase, a decision that suddenly feels right without knowing why. Don't ignore these things. You are being moved by divine hands now, and the shifts will not always make sense to the logical mind, but they will make perfect sense to your soul. There will be sacred interruptions, a cancelled plan that leads to a chance meeting, a change in schedule that uncovers new direction. Don't resist them. These are not disruptions. They are divine interventions. August doesn't just open doors, it reroutes your entire hallway. When something falls through, it's because something better is falling together. Let it, trust it, move with it. You are not being inconvenienced, you are being guided. And while many think surprises must feel exciting, you, chosen one, must know better. Some surprises come cloaked in silence, some in pain. Some in letting go, that relationship that suddenly feels hollow, that habit you can no longer sustain, that old version of you that feels impossible to maintain. These are sacred losses. Grieve them if you must, but understand they are making space. The divine does not pour new wine into old vessels. You are becoming the new vessel. There's also an energetic shift taking place. You'll feel drawn to new ideas, new communities, new levels of conversation. This is a sign. The old is shedding. The familiar may feel foreign. What once excited you now drains you. That's the transition. That's the upgrade. Don't fear it. You're not losing passion. You're being invited into purpose. Passion fades, but purpose roots itself. And in August, your purpose is calling you to plant yourself in more sacred ground. Don't be surprised if your energy no longer matches the environments you used to tolerate. Your sensitivity is not a curse. It's a compass. When you feel that tightness in your chest, when peace leaves the room, When the light dims in someone's presence, that's not overthinking. That's spiritual intelligence. Trust it. Don't stay where your spirit shrinks. Don't ignore the warnings just because the comfort is familiar. In August, there's an unveiling. What has been hidden comes to light, not just in others, but within you. The gifts, the wisdom, the truth you've kept quiet are being summoned forward. You are not meant to dim anymore. You are not meant to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Let your growth speak. Let your clarity guide. Let your peace lead. You don't need validation, you need alignment. August is also a prophetic month of inheritance, not just material, but spiritual. Strength you didn't know you had. Ideas you didn't know you could carry. Solutions for problems that have long frustrated you. These don't arrive because you chase them, they arrive because you've become a safe place to hold them. God trusts you with revelation now, not because you're perfect, but because you're obedient. And obedience always invites divine downloads. You'll know it's from God because it will feel like a home you've never seen, but always belonged to. The right people will come with no effort. The right doors will open without knocking them down. The right thoughts will flow like water. That's alignment. That's divine movement. That's what August carries for the alert and awake. And as this month unfolds, don't shrink to fit into the places you've already outgrown. Don't pretend you don't feel the calling rising. You weren't called to blend in. You weren't saved to stay silent. You weren't chosen to live stuck. You were set apart to shift atmospheres, to carry wisdom, to walk in favor and not apologize for it. The divine surprises arriving for you are not random. They are promises matured in the spirit, finally reaching their due time. So release the guilt, release the fear, release the need to understand every step. Just move. Flow. Follow the peace, even if the path feels unfamiliar. Peace is your confirmation. Chaos is your caution. And clarity is your reward for staying present. You are not walking into August as a seeker. You are walking as one who has found. Found purpose, found strength, found alignment, and because of this, the divine surprises ahead will find you too. Heavenly Father, as I step into August, I open my heart to your divine surprises. Let this month be filled with unexpected peace, sacred clarity, and supernatural alignment. Guide my steps, interrupt my plans for your purpose, and show me the doors you've prepared in secret. I release control and trust your timing. Help me recognize what is divine even when it arrives in disguise. Where there was delay, bring acceleration. Where there was confusion, bring clarity. Where there was lack, release overflow. Remove what no longer serves me and make room for what's destined. Keep me spiritually alert, emotionally grounded, and boldly aligned with your will. I declare that August is not just another month. It is a holy transition into new levels of favor, purpose, and breakthrough. I am ready, I am willing, and I say yes to all you have in store. Amen. This prayer is a sacred surrender to the divine flow of August, recognizing it not as an ordinary month, but as a season of transformation and alignment. It opens the heart to God's unexpected blessings, peace, clarity, and supernatural guidance, while releasing the need for control and trusting that divine timing is always perfect. It calls for the courage to let go of what no longer serves and the wisdom to recognize miracles even when they arrive in disguise. Through this prayer, the soul declares readiness for acceleration where there was delay, clarity where there was confusion, and abundance where there was lack. It is a bold yes to God's will, a prophetic invitation for divine surprises, and a spiritual awakening into higher favor, deeper purpose, and unshakable peace.